Gruesome Magazine.
Hello, once again. I am your host, Doc Rotten, and this is Gruesome Magazine, where we review the very latest in streaming and video on-demand horror movies. Each week, my co-hosts, Jeff Mohr, Crystal Cleveland, Christopher G. Mohr, and Dave Dreher will take a look at various spooky, scary, and gory genre offerings. Tonight, we're reviewing MEG 2, The Trench, which is streaming now on Max. We're giving, yes, shark hands. Do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let me introduce the crew, starting off with Crystal Cleveland, the Living Dead Girl. How you doing?
I'm great.
You love yourself some shark movies, don't you?
I do love shark movies. So, yeah. Y'all need to keep that in mind.
Start off in the plus camp right there. All right. Also joining us is award-winning filmmaker and shark hands, Christopher G.
Mohr.
I'm doing okay. I'm just surprised. I'm the only. Crystal, did you watch this on Max?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised. I'm the one that actually saw it in the theater before Doc or you. Well, especially Doc.
Because we
Doc is the big lover of the first one. And
I like the first one too.
I love the first one.
I was not a big fan of the first. I mean, it was okay, but I was not a big fan.
You're just a huge horror supporter.
Yeah, but
yeah,
we'll see how I like this.
Yeah, I've been slacking terribly this summer on the
That's okay, but I got entrenched in this one.
Entrenched.
Oh,
what do we do? I see what he did there. Gotta meme ourselves. All right, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to give you our first impressions. Those first impressions will be spoiler free. Spoilers for this, really. Then we'll get into a discussion, and we will get into spoilers. I guess there's a few people die, and we gotta spoil that. Yeah. And then we'll wrap things up. Yeah. And then we'll wrap things up with a score 1 to 5 and our favorite scene. And of course, we hope you enjoy not only this review, but many others that we have on the site. Check them out. They're all kind of cool and wonderful. And if you enjoy them, please hit the like, subscribe, and share with a friend buttons. Easy, free to do. Each click will help us find more horror fans just like you.
Yep.
Oh,
what do we have to do? Chum the waters? See?
And I have a surprise for you.
Yeah.
We have a fourth member joining us.
Whoa!
VANESSA.
Whoa!
VANESSA!
Spoiler.
You totally didn't even tell us.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
That was like
surprise.
Surprise. I like your shirt.
We're just getting ready to get into it. We just did the. I'm sorry, we didn't wait. Oh my gosh!
Yes,
that's hilarious.
I got it at Universal Studios when we went there.
Cute.
Nice.
So it's actually, I guess it was the Mandela effect. Vanessa was here at the beginning, but you just didn't realize it. All right, let's get in the card and then we'll get things going.
Dear God. I'm so confused.
That's all right. It's all confusing. All right, MEG 2, The Trench. Available streaming on Max beginning September 29, 2023. Synopsis: a research team encounters multiple threats while exploring the depths of the ocean, including a malevolent mining operation. Wow, that's what you're worried about. All right, directed by Ben Wheatley, written by John Hoeber, Erich Hoeber, and Dean Georgaris. The cast includes Jason Statham, Jing Wu, Shuya Sophia Kai. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that. Cliff Curtis, Paige Cannon, Sergio Perez Manchetta, Skylar Samuels. Why do you make me do this? Melissa, Whoopi Van Ram, love it. Kieran Sonia Savar.
Okay.
Sonia Sawar? I'm going to say Sawar.
It's good. It just get done.
Mayer.
Just get it over. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just get it over.
We don't make you do anything, Doc. You do this on your own.
I was going to say,
don't blame us.
Wow, just toss me out of the way. All right, let's get into this spoiler-free first impressions, and we'll just jump right to VANESSA. VANESSA, how you doing? What was your first impression of MEG 2, The Trench?
I didn't think it could get more over the top than the first MEG, honestly. And Jason Statham is like at his peak Statham.
Yeah.
Like there's no everything he's got is coming out in this movie, and it's great. So many one-liners, just spewing them off. I love it. And I love that we get some characters that come back and kind of get a redemption arc. Like that was really fun to me to see that from the last MEG. I don't appreciate though. It's never the Meg. There's never one the Meg, and this isn't even a spoiler because it's in all the trailers. We know there's 3 the Megs, and they called it the trench. And I feel like that was I don't know. It was good while we were there, but I feel like that was a little misleading too. There was a lot of things that felt like toned down in this one from the first one, and I don't know if it's maybe because they were leaning, because the first one was, in correlation for an Asian audience as well, and I don't know if they were just leaning more into that and had to step back from so much of the violence or showing as much as they would, because I feel like you saw a lot more in the first one than you did in this one, and that was a little like disappointing. And I also felt like, no spoilers, but I wasn't hooked the entire time.
Boom,
Ah,
boom,
yeah.
boom. Wow, we're just rocking them
it.
out. Yeah. All right, Christopher, you're up next. What was your first impression of Meg 2, The Trench?
Well, like I said earlier, what? You don't know what I'm gonna say. You don't know me.
I think I do.
No, you don't know me. I was not a big fan of the first one. I'm not a big fan. I thought I was more in Vanessa's realm with that one, because I pulled out of that movie so many times. This one just was like, you know what? Gravity's not real. Being underwater isn't real. So we're just gonna go with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just it being so goofy made it very entertaining for me. Because I'm like, maybe because I saw it in the theater, maybe it made it more entertaining. But I did laugh a good bit. Maybe not on for good reasons, but I'm like, what are you doing? What? No.
I did that a lot.
Yeah. And it's like, and I think this one, it's like, you know what? We just don't want to make like a big ass Jaws. This one we're gonna do a little bit of underwater the movie. We're gonna do a little bit of Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah,
Indiana Jones.
I mean, there's just like
Jaws 3.
So many. Well, Jaws 3 as well. I mean, it's like it pulls from all these different things. And it's like we're just gonna make it more goofy. And I do. Well, originally Eli Roth was supposed to direct this, so that would have been that would have been interesting. But I don't know. I was definitely entertained, and it's still. I mean, granted, even though it was PG-13, there's like one part where you see all these people floating in the mouth of the shark, and I'm like, oh god, that was like kind of reminded me of the Jordan Peele's last movie with
that was a good shot.
I was like, because it's like there's a long take of all these people like being, encompassed in the mouth, and I was like, man, that's dark.
More than once.
And I saw it in the theater with this mom and her little kid, and the little kid was traumatized. I kept thinking like, of course, they also showed the trailer to Nun 2, which scared the mom more than the kid.
God,
but anyway, I think just it embracing the goofiness just made it more entertaining, where it just didn't take anything seriously like science. But still, there's just stupid things that made me mad, like, we only have so long we can be in these suits underwater, so let's just stop and talk for a little bit. It's like, keep moving, you freaking idiots. You all deserve to suffocate or have your heads explode. Anyway, I kind of enjoyed this because of its stupidity.
It broke that barrier, huh? All right. Crystal, what was your first impression of Meg 2?
Okay, so here's the problem with this. I love shark movies, and I love this movie. It's so bad, though, y'all. It's so
less of a shark movie.
It's not that it's all bad.
It's kind of bad.
It's bad. It's bad, but I loved it. Okay, like it's what Christopher said is absolutely true. There's literally no basis of reality in this film at all, in any way, shape, or form. And that's what I really enjoyed about it. Like, it's actually going to make me cry. It makes me laugh. Like, oh God. And what Vanessa said about Pete Statham, that is absolutely a fact. I mean, he's on point with every bit of his Stathamness. This movie, like, y'all, you know what you're gonna get. This is exactly what you're gonna get. A movie with Statham being Statham, with less sharks than what you think, actually, but some pretty decent over the top human villains. I will say, I feel like the underwater shots, even though a lot of the stuff was fake and stuff, I liked it. But I like underwater stuff. So, you know, when they go and they have these bioluminescent creatures and all this stuff, the little octopuses. I like seeing that kind of stuff. I mean, and I love Jurassic Park. So the dinosaurs, and then they practically have a damn kraken. I mean, then they have a cute little Toto. There's just a lot of
Pippin's back from the first one.
Yeah. So there's some it's ridiculous. It is. I cannot recommend this movie, but I would watch this movie happily again. Okay. So you have to take that for what it's worth. I am a sucker for sharks. It just is what it is. So I have a lot of grace for these movies. It's ridiculous. Oh God, when we start talking about spoilers, some of it I'm just like, that is just ridiculous. And I really enjoyed it. It's not on my top 10, even though I probably enjoyed it a little too much. But take that for what it's worth.
I think that's pretty fair. I think that's pretty fair. As you know, I love shark movies as well. And this was my jam. Yeah, I mean, it is an incredibly dumb, silly movie, but at the same time, it delivers. For the most part, it delivers what you want. I mean, I think it kind of pulls back on the sharks, and I would have liked to get into a little bit more full. I almost said full Monty, but full Monty on the Kraken, but. It works. And then we have some other surprises, and when the bad guys, and they have a lot of bad guys, we're very satisfied with their comeuppance. So it all works. And there's funny scenes, there's some really tense scenes with the sharks coming at people, and you got to get in the doors, and people's helmets are cracking open, and and the water pressure is starting to go down. But you know what's going to happen. And anyway, but so this is it's dumb, it's stupid, it's silly, and entertaining as all get out. I just had a ball with it. But if I were to stop and like go through the physics and logic,
I'll do it.
There's no logic.
You would hate this movie in an instant. You got to go in there and it's basically a live action shark cartoon, and go with it and have fun.
It jumped ahead like 5,000 years in technology from the first one.
Yeah, no joke, right? Like, what on earth?
Like Star Trek underwater.
Basically. That's exactly. Vanessa, yes. I was actually thinking that when they were like going down, I was like, damn, this is like space.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it. Like, I was like, I'm here for it.
Even with
those submersibles,
the outfits that they were going to wear, and they were punching through concrete blocks. Like, are you serious?
What do you need that for? I guess to help you move faster at that depth.
Well, I guess for mining or something, maybe, right? I don't know. Do they? Well, apparently they do mine.
The bad guys did.
Yeah, the bad guys do.
Yeah.
And there's
that thing would be very heavy, though. I bet.
Yeah, I really did. Like you said, Crystal, I really enjoyed the underwater creatures when we got to meet them, like the Even the ones that had legs that were running around underwater.
The water lizards.
Water lizards, they were great. The octopi, the little octopi that were floating around.
The little lamprey thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. That thing is hella creepy. Okay. I liked it a lot, but that was.
But also, like, what a dig at the cosplay guy. Like, he was the worst character. And of course, he was so. And everybody hated him because he was weird. And he was a wimp.
And that's, but whatever. Cosplay is cool now.
It
so,
is
like,
cool.
they can just shut up. Like,
it's that's got to see him die at least. Like,
yeah.
I wanted to see that.
What actually took him?
He was the first one.
But was
the octopus?
It was the octopus? Okay, because I thought it was. I couldn't tell. Maybe I just wasn't. I was like, he's just gone.
Didn't read that easily.
Yeah,
not you.
There was some weird edits. I've got to admit too. Like because when at the end when they're all on this like pier, everyone is on this pier for like feels like forever, like 30 minutes. Trying to get off, I guess. It's like, why has no one left this pier? It felt like the pier was just off of the shore. But then after the scene, you see that the pier is like way further from shore. I felt like that didn't read until.
Well, a lot of it didn't read. It's like when people are trying to escape and they're all in the water, like this one girl is going to be able to help all these people in the water. I'm sorry. If there's creatures in the water, they're going to go a whole lot faster than you ever.
Yeah. Oh, what with the jet ski? Yeah. Come on.
Oh, that was great though. He's doing like wakes off of the MEGs and like.
I was like, this is
explode out and he's just on the wave.
This is like Die Another Day physics. You know, it's like the ability to.
I mean, he made his own exploding weapons.
Well,
that was ridiculous. Okay, so the first one, he just like totally did it.
Gone.
BA,
yeah.
And then the second one, he's like, "Oh, I dropped it."
Yeah.
He
is trying very hard to be the new Bruce Willis. I think he's trying really hard.
Well, he's trying to be a lot of things. He's trying to be a lot of things. That opening scene's like, I'm going to do my best Jackie Chan impersonation around these people on the boat, you know, and then like, you know, and then I think he's doing a lot of different things. He's trying to show off all of his facets as an action hero. Although, some of that stuff, like I know they kind of show it in the trailer, but when he's running down that pier, the shark's coming out.
Oh my god!
That's a Jaws scene right there. He comes right up to him and he puts his foot up.
Is it foot up?
Yeah, like your foot's gonna stop a big ass.
He was on all three though on a jet ski. Like he was like, I got this, and he did kind of.
I heard that he actually did a lot of his own jet ski.
I believe it.
Nice. I mean, the movie rests on his shoulders for a lot of it, and he delivers. I'll tell you, another person who delivered me was Sergio Paris Manchetta. He plays Montes, the bad guy.
Yes,
one of them. There's multiple bad people, but this one bad guy. And I thought he brought a lot.
He's the best bad guy.
Role, right?
As far as the bad people, like he was definitely the most villainous.
Yes,
that's what I'll say.
Like a Bond villain, kind of. He was really like over the top. It was like
relentless. He kept
foiled again by
just his look too. Just like how he just
everything bad happened to him.
Yeah, but when the corporate girl said, "Are you crying?" because he was upset about his girlfriend got killed.
It almost makes you want him to like kill Jason Statham's character.
Yeah,
like everything he tries to do in his life, he's ruined because of him.
Yeah.
Although
I agree.
I kind of wish they hadn't shown it in the trailer, but with the girl with his girlfriend.
When it goes,
when we find out the twist, I kind of wish that they kind of show that in the trailer, and I kind of wish it hadn't because that was the Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, the Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea bit that I kind of enjoyed.
The part where the traitor girl too, that felt like that when the Meg broke through the glass.
Yeah, that's exactly what
that's
what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the girl on the boat getting proposed to.
No. I'm talking about like the bad guy, the girl that was the traitor.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that. I kind of like. I mean, after Samuel L. Jackson, I kind of expect that moments when they keep the camera on too long.
It was awesome. It was but they did it well.
This is Meg proof. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Okay, even if
Don't
someone
say
told
that.
me that you have that fish just sitting there, just staring at you that big, no.
I did. I mean, even though I don't remember much about I don't remember much about the first one. I did remember that guy that couldn't swim. He's like, I'm the computer guy. I don't know how to swim. And so I kind of like that in this one. He's like, I learned how to swim. I learned how to got me a gun.
Like, yeah,
I ain't taking no chances, dude.
Pack.
He's got a backpack full of stuff.
His MCM emergency pack.
At least
Like,
we know that he had an arc where he learned from the last situation.
That's what I mean. I love that he got his redemption from the last one. He kind of saved a bunch of people and did some badass stuff.
Aren't they making a third? Isn't there already a third?
Oh, I'm certain.
I heard there was a third.
There's many books.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll probably have 10 other different underwater.
Because I'm already ready. I'm ready for it. Yep. Okay, just so you know.
This one is based on a novel called The Trench. There, Chris. Vanessa, you're the one that wondered why it was called The Trench, and that was because it's based on a novel called The Trench. So.
Because of the trench, but I get it though. The trench is a very small part.
But it doesn't really have a big part. It doesn't have a big part anywhere because the part that we really want to see when it attacks the island, a fun island of all things, that you want to see a lot of that carnage, and they waited.
There wasn't much carnage.
15 minutes.
Well, but some of it kind of limits
fun,
your carnage.
Yeah,
and I will tell you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I think. Yeah, you could see people swallowed up, but you didn't really see a lot of blood or that kind of stuff. And they kind of pull like the Jurassic Park stuff, I mean, literally the whole stuff with the lizards or whatever, the helicopter was basically, it might as well just been a scene they cut out of Jurassic Park. Not the good scene they cut out of Jurassic Park. I mean, literally had this almost like any of the bad guys getting eaten by like the girl that gets in the helicopter and gets eaten by the little dinosaur lizards,
drug away into the brush.
Yeah. Thailand is beautiful, though. I'm just saying, this movie made me want to visit Thailand. Like,
was it actually shot in Thailand?
Yeah, and Hong Kong, but yeah, Thailand. Isn't it gorgeous? I was like, oh my god,
is it actually called Fun Island?
I don't know if Fun Island is real, but wow, it's beautiful.
As long as you don't have like some big ass octopus and grabbing you and throwing you in its beak.
But I like that they brought the girl back. The young girl came back, and now it sounded like she was being raised by Jonas Taylor, by Jason, right? Well, it sounded like Jason had a lot of.
I think they're probably doing it together, right?
Yeah. But her uncle, the brother of the character, the female character that we saw in the first one, and then her grandfather.
Did she die in the last movie, or did she die as the off-screen death?
No, she died in that movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
But but I liked her. I thought her relationship and interaction with Jason Statham was really strong and carried a lot of the film.
She reads like a freaking 40-year-old though. Like, she's so mature. I know she actually is a kid. Like, it's crazy though. I'm like, I was never that mature. Yeah, I'm still not that mature.
Yeah, but still, it was one of those moments where like she put herself in danger so many times.
Yeah, I was like, can you just stop and listen to the adult? What you're doing is not worth it.
But she was like her mother though.
Risking people's lives. Yeah, her mother too.
Yeah, she's gonna be like her mother, all right. She's gonna be eaten.
Yeah.
Like Cliff Curtis came back. He was good. I liked him again returning. I liked the addition of the uncle, the brother.
Yeah.
I thought his character was a little bit more playful in a way, right? In the way he's more aloof.
Precious.
More aloof.
Mm-hmm. His whole training, the Meg stuff is so funny to me.
And I like the Regis character. So she especially like the end when they're all on the beach together drinking, waiting for the people.
Her character was pretty believable though, as that like archetype.
Very normal compared to everybody else.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Soldiery.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's give our score 1 to 5 and our favorite scene or scenes. Uh-oh. Nessa, you're up first. Meg.
Oh, what do I score this? What am I comparing it to? The Dark Knight? Like, what's this 1 to 5 scale here?
Exactly.
The Dark Knight. No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
Are you Devil Jaws? Is that what the
Yes.
Devil Horn is? Yeah,
Yes.
Devil Jaws. Okay.
Hello Kitty, Devil Jaws.
Love it.
Nice.
Oh, I liked it because I too like shark movies and they're fun and I like silly things. I think I'll give this one a 3 though. I'll put it a little higher than the middle.
Okay.
Because it went nowhere. There was literally very little like consequence to things, and I don't know. It just it was fun to watch, but boring at the same time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it just had lots of fun parts to it, but overall, we got about halfway through and we checked the time. And we're like, oh my god, there's still another hour to go. What are they going to do now?
Oh my god,
that's when all the above water stuff happens, I guess. But overall, I mean, it was fun. I'll watch the Meg 3 when it comes out. I'm gonna watch all the Meg movies. The Shallows, I heard, is getting another one, and I'll watch that. Like, they're all just fun to watch and fun to roast. So, and Jason Statham was so Statham-y in this.
Yeah,
he was literally the tallest man alive, strongest, bravest, baldest man ever.
That's perfect.
Okay. Favorite scene. I don't know. The one that I think Chris mentioned about them getting eaten.
Yes.
That was a pretty great shot. But I think my favorite scene is the Deep Blue Sea scene. Nicely done. And you knew it was coming. I was hoping it would happen that way. And just everything that happens to Montez, like that just being like the icing on top was great.
Yeah. Perfect. Christopher G. Mohr, you're up next. Your score and favorite scene.
I'm trying to be better when I see films to get my impression on my letterbox right away. So I gave this a 3.5. So I maybe more because I was shocked that I was entertained by it than anything else. It probably helps seeing in a theater because I think when everybody's sort of laughing or cheering or whatever, it kind of gets you in a better mood. You literally picked 2 of my favorite parts of VANESSA. It's like my favorite part was actually the girl, but I seeing you kind of mentioned it, but you did say it was your favorite. I'll say when the people are being swallowed up and there's just like all these people in the mouth of that.
That was so fun.
Was it practical? Shots again, and
it looked like it was practical, but I don't know. But it was very
the way they were like,
it was very impactful because it was just like, I mean,
they're alive still.
That just definitely makes me not want to go out. Another reason to not go out in the ocean for me. I don't want to.
You don't want to Meg?
Yeah, because it may be very uncomfortable because you just all these. Oh man, it's like, can you imagine just be swallowed up in this big ass mouth and then you can't do anything about it.
The maw.
I am not excited for another one, but in the movie they mentioned that they think that the Meg escaped because of mating season. So
it could be
sure
pregnant.
We'll see Meg to I don't know, 1 man and 10 babies. I don't know, but
I think they only have 1.
Because the one gets away, right? The one they go.
They kind of hint that it might be pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
It did its little mating dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
I
don't know.
I mean, they could always bring other Megs from other places. Come on, I mean, there's no basis for reality.
It's more about the other. It's kind of like Godzilla. It's more about the other things that show up than Godzilla sometimes.
Yeah, bring King Kong in. Have King Kong jump in there and start wrestling the. Megs.
Let's not go there.
No, if you saw Ape in the 70s, you know we shouldn't do that. All right, Crystal, sorry for the digress. What was your score and favorite scene?
I'm gonna so I liked it more than this, but I'm giving it a score based on 3.5 as well because but I enjoyed it way more than a 3.5 typically. But I cannot recommend this movie. I'm so sorry. It's super super bad. Okay. Like I would recommend it to someone that I knew would be into this, is what I'm saying. Like I loved it, but I know that is something's wrong with me. Okay. Like, I shouldn't love it this much. It's so dumb. Okay. So my favorite scene. Yeah. I think my favorite scene is when they're down in their submersibles. God, they were so cool too. And they see the battle axe, the old MEG with all the scars and stuff. I was like, ooh,
great shot of it.
So spooky. Yeah. And then how they had like the shots like on the windows. I like the whole scene. I love sharks. I want to go swimming with sharks. If they have that.
They have it
for the cruise. I want to do that.
Oh, like, the cruise.
The cruise, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, you might just happen. It happened one time when I was out diving off of a cruise. So
no, thank you.
By accident.
Yeah, it was like a sand shark or nurse shark or whatever. But
still cool though. Was it cool?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No.
I've done it though. I've
VANESSA's BA guys. So see, yeah, there you go.
I'm this cat.
Yeah, you are.
There you go. I'm gonna give this 3.5 as well.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy. And you're right, Crystal. It's hard to recommend, but
yeah,
I did enjoy myself. But I can see a lot of people just walking out like that was the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
But it's kind of. I said it was my jam at the beginning, and it kind of is. It has the sense of humor. It has its tongue is firmly planted in its cheek. It knows that it's being silly and over the top, and it plays it. The characters are acting that way. I mean, basically, DJ is written in that way. Just everything coming out of his backpack. It's and Jason Statham. I mean, he does a great. I loved it. I'm going to shut up. My favorite scene. I'm going to just third or maybe fourth the scene with the big mouth coming. It really was incredibly effective.
Yeah.
But if not that, there's so many that I could go with. I was really impressed with when we first saw the octopus, even though we didn't really get to see the octopus, but it was just how they did it.
We saw so much of it. The eye too, when they showed about the eye, that was so cool.
But it was just, because it started with all the fluorescent babies running around.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, yeah.
And so I meant underwater, yeah. But later we get to see quite a bit of it. But yeah, with start out with the flesh and babies, and then the guy steps forward and the eye opens up behind him, which is, you knew that was going to happen. It was just so, right? But it was
so creepy.
Or the scene where the uncle jumps into the water towards the end with it, and you see it like opened up like this. With
oh my god,
like that was a pretty scary. Like,
see, I think that is scarier than the sharks. For some, I mean, that is like because my dad was attacked. He was a Navy SEAL, and he was attacked by an octopus underwater, and he swears that the octopus, because it came out of its cave, and he swears that it was trying to pull off his mask, like it was that smart, like it was actively he's like, I swear it was trying to take off our mask, because they only dive with like underwear and masks, and a knife in their mouth, apparently.
The badasses.
Isn't that how everybody does it? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Super weird. No, I don't know. I don't want to think about my dad like that, but yeah.
Like James Bond. Think of him like James.
Like James Bond. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, well, there you go. That's our review of Meg to the Trench. We didn't get to do it when it came out in theaters because of life, but we got to do it when it came out on Max. So it's on Max now. Check it out. Let us know what you think of it in the comments. How far off are we? Are we giving it too much credit because we just happen to love bad shark movies? Or
we are.
Are we right? Are we absolutely correct in our assessment of this film?
So here's the thing. I don't know, because they keep making them. So
they're making money.
Yeah, but are they making money in America?
It doesn't matter, I guess.
It's a big, stupid blockbuster type film. It's like kind of like the Armageddon of shark films. I mean,
that's a good.
It's you don't really expect it to be perfect or makes sense.
Yeah, it's light on the horror. It's more on the action and more on the comedy. But it's to me, in the end, it's entertaining, and that's what I wanted out of it. So sometimes bad is entertaining. I'm sure we'll get a lot of that this October. So
I want to see more of the loop-de-loops on the jet skis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just right off.
I want to see the whole cast do it. All
it was amazing.
Or the one another scene I liked was when the couple was trying to get away in the little foot thing.
They deserve that.
It just ate the whole thing whole, the paddleboard and them too. All right, Christopher, Crystal.
Oh God.
Vanessa, it was so great to see you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good to be here.
I'm glad to have you too.
All right, let's say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
See you, chums.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Gruesome Magazine.